Beginning the day. Rapid City, South Dakota. Look at this place. Isn't it great? I mean, it's kind of like camping. You get a small air conditioner, a small heater, and a mini fridge. You got electricity. But that's pretty much it. So, I mean, you don't actually have to unpack the tent. You don't have to worry about it. You don't get your own fire pit, but then again, you're under a burn ban, so it's not like you could start a fire anyway, so. Starting the day off. This will be fun. Moving west to east. You can. This is where you start to see it start to come back together. You can start to see like more city, more civilization as you move. Kind of unfortunate. The Badlands. The thing about this park is you can basically hike wherever you want. I'm just passing through. I was here a lot yesterday. I was here the whole day yesterday, so I'm just enjoying the ride. You get the pass. It's a 7-day pass, so you might as well. I'm headed east anyway. I was staying in Rapid City, so really you can just hike it wherever you want. They just say. And to the south is the Buffalo National Grassland. Just going to enjoy it. Today I'm starting off from Rapid City, South Dakota. I was in Deadwood and I spent a day or two in Deadwood, but then I moved over to Rapid City. I like the Sturgis, and Rapid City was where I would go and visit the Badlands. The Badlands National Park is in one of the Badlands. If you do a search on the internet, you'll find several Badlands. They refer to basically a unique rock formation that seems to form. So I was in the Badlands, and I used Rapid City in that place. It's kind of camping just outside, about 20 minutes outside Rapid City is. It's actually kind of a decent place in the fact that you also happen to be near a military base and you can watch bombers fly in and land. I mean, I happened to be next to someone who actually knew a lot about them and could identify it, what actually type of plane it was. We would occasionally see fighter jets and bombers that actually would come in and flying from, I guess, training missions or whatever the military was having to do with them. But it was a nice little place, a little nice little heater because it did get cold at night, air conditioner because it did get kind of like humid in the midday. So it was a good place to be, and you could like sit outside and enjoy the whole time. you know, it was unfortunate. You're under a burn ban because at this time the whole like seemed to be west of the Mississippi was basically too dry to allow campers fires. So you know that was it. The Badlands. The cool thing about this park is you can basically hike wherever you want. I'm just passing through. I was here a lot yesterday. I was here the whole day yesterday, so I'm just enjoying the ride. You know, you get the pass, it's a 7-day pass, so you might as well, you know, I'm headed east anyway. I was staying in Rapid City, so cool, you can just hike it wherever you want. They just say, be mindful of road closed. And to the south is the Buffalo National Grassland Park. Just going to enjoy it. This ride, kind of going across South Dakota, you know, it's tends kind of flat. So the highlight of this journey was me going through the Badlands. And this journey, I did spend some time and took a lot of video of going through the Badlands, which I'll show at a later date. But this was me going through the Badlands, just the ride through it. There's a big loop. There's actually more to it than what you normally would see here. And there's definitely plenty of hiking trails and other things you can do. I didn't do them this time. This drive-through. I did them before, but again, that'll be some other day. You can see just because of the high mounds of kind of how the erosion of the rocks has kind of created a very unique feature. There's a lot of history here, and because of the way it's eroded, there's tons of fossils you could find, and you can find that at the visitor center, which I'll mention a little later. And in fact, I would stop there and talk about it. I have video of it, but again, for a later date. The Badlands themselves are a very unique feature. They actually have tales of the settlers who constantly would like run along the Badlands to try and figure out how to get by them because there's no way to get the wagons up those steep slopes. So they were constantly looking for a way through and they really couldn't find one. As it is now, it's just basically a tourist attraction. And lots of people coming, school buses, whatnot, very visitor center, a lot of fun stuff to do, and just a very scenic and very unusual place, unique geological formations that you can see all over the place. It is truly like one of the nicer national parks that kind of falls off the radar, and you gotta love these national parks that, you know, may not get as much attention nationally, but also are worth a visit. I forget how long it is. It'll take you about an hour going at regular speed if you just want to just go through it. But for the most part, a lot of people like to spend the day and stop at everything and just kind of take in the views, read some of the plaques, you know, just some of that. Badlands Visitor Center, you know, nice place for lunch. Get to look out all over the stuff. It's a great little ride through. There's actually a North Rim ride, which is closed for construction right now. But the visitor center's not bad. I mean, again, they have a small museum and they explain a lot about the park and fossils. The key here is if you find a fossil, you're supposed to tell them, not take it. So it can be properly categorized and see what, you know, if they can learn anything new from the past about it. So, Badlands National Park. Fun, fun, fun. that's where the rest of South Dakota, the big middle of South Dakota, I've been through like the north and the south, and I've taken some of those slower journeys through South Dakota. This is really where, you know, the breadbasket of America is. You know, it's really the Great Plains, huge areas where it's just flat as can be, and you know, it's just great little farming land, and it's just flat. This is where like all the food is grown, basically all. And you know, you can remember back in the past of how a lot of this land wasn't really primed for settling back in the day, because there wasn't really convenient sources of water unless you were really near a river. If you were off in the plains, you didn't really have those convenient sources that a lot of other places do. There's not a extensive tributary creek system that goes through South Dakota, just major rivers. So it wasn't really primed for farming. And it was also hard to get like supplies and materials. Also, you know, not everybody's seen what a storm on the plains can look and feel like. And let's just say it's something to behold. This is a nice little rest stop in South Dakota. Chamberlain, I think this town's called. That is, well, they call it Dignity. It's no one in particular. The plaque says that 3 different Native Americans modeled for it. And it was a gift in 2014. That's the Missouri River. A bunch of Lewis and Clark stuff here. This is obviously, Missouri was the river they went up trying to explore the Louisiana Purchase. The marks commit the bicentennial of the Lewis and Clark expedition. Yep. Indians in the area. They've got a museum here too, somewhere in town. But yeah, nice little rest stop. The plains themselves would actually get settled mostly when the railroads came through, and that way, you know, farmers and settlers could be supplied consistently and adequately in a timely manner. That's really when the real movement into these areas began. But as for now, it's just the big breadbasket, and I would just kind of speed across it. I know it wasn't really eventful, but I've been through most of the state, and I would go to a city I actually really do like, Sioux Falls, and that's where I was headed here. And that was the end of this journey, this ride. It was a long day on the motorcycle, but you know, just kind of getting through it, I think, was worth it. You know, sometimes you just gotta buck up and say like, well, it's gonna be flat and it's farms, and well, you know, some other time I'll take my time and go through South Dakota like I have in the past.